So, welcome to this SQL Awareness Session. So, first of all, very good morning to all of you. And in this session, we'll be going to learn about the SQL. Okay. And as a BA, why they need a SQL. Okay. So, before going through the SQL session, we all are ever on this BA, right? So, we have to understand what is who is BA and what are the rules and the responsibilities of a BA. So you know all like BA is nothing but the bridge between the client and the organization. Okay, so you have to know about the BA, who is the BA and what are the rules and responsibility of BA. So you know B is the middleman. So he is the middleman or the responsible person between the client and organization. So he will play the main role of this between the client and organization. That means whatever the business need, the client want, he is the responsible to take this requirement from client, and he will validate those requirement to the organization for the development process. Okay. So first he will gather the requirements, business requirement he will gather. After gathering this requirement, he will convert into the validation means solutions. We are having functional requirement and a non-functional requirement, right? He will validate this requirement into the business requirement into functional requirement and a non-functional requirement. You know what is functional, non-functional, so no need to discuss more on that topic. After that, he will give this kind of a requirement to the organization for the development process. Okay. So he will give to the technical team. So their technical team will develop this kind of requirement on for the application development. And after while the technical team developers are there, right? So after when they are developing this kind of mm, uh, by taking this kind of requirement to develop this application, they will store all this information there database, right? So for that, so here the technical team will they will develop this application. Then when they are developing all this data or information, they are storing in the database. Okay. So here you need to understand. So before going through the database and whatever the things that developer doing, so main things are as a BA, he will play the main key role between the client and organization. He will gather the requirement from the client, and he will validate these requirement to the organization team for the validation or development process. Okay. So here the question is why the BA need the SQL. Okay. Why the BA need SQL? So suppose I will give you the simple scenario. There is a organization like there in school management. I will tell you. So in that school management, the in the school thousands of students are learning in there, right? So in that school management, one parent will come and they will ask to the principal. They go to principal and they will ask to the principal, I need my um, child progress. So whatever the mark, whatever the attendance, whatever the good qualities progress and complaints, uh, I want to know about this kind of information. So they will go to the principal and they will ask this kind of information to know. So so there the principal will ask to the assistant, whatever the assistant they are having. So they will ask to the assistant. Then assistant will go to the to search the books, whatever the books like student attendance, right? Attendance book is there, and another book is let their mark attendance, and another book is suppose the complaints are good qualities. So all these informations are stored in this kind of separate book. Okay, so he will go for the searching the books, and he will gather this kind of books, and he will show the principal. Okay, so after that principal will check. But nowadays the where technology will develop, so in comparison instead of instead of keeping all those kind of information in this notebook in a offline process, they are adopting the Excel or Word, right? So, so in that by showing this Excel or Word, the principal can show the final result to the parents, like your child attendance are these many, and mark are this many, and complaints are these many. Okay, so they are using the Excel or Word. So like this way, as a BA also, if I will give you the real time scenario, real life scenario. Suppose, assume a client has an organization, okay, they are having an application. Suppose their customer service or order management application. So there all the data entered through the application is stored in the database, right? So the database they are storing. So here the client need the information like how many mm, customers are reaching, how many products are they delivered in that particular day, right? So what the client will do, so to take this kind of information, he won't go directly to the technical team. Okay, he won't go. He want to know about the information, what kind of information he wants to adopt. Okay, so for that he will not go to the developer team. He will not uh, write the queries. Okay, so here instead of these kind of things, he will go to the BA and he will ask, I want that kind of information for my problem solve. Okay, so here the client will ask those kind of questions like, can you tell me how many customers requests are still open, and which regions has the highest number of pending cases, and can you give me the last month rejected application. And also he may be asking like, why is the approval taking longer in this week. Okay, so those kind of questions he will going to ask to the BA. Okay, so here the BS should know about the SQL. If they don't know about the SQL, then how they will manage this kind of requirement, this kind of details, and how they will finalize to the this result to the client, right? So in this case, BS should know about the SQL for the finalize the result to the client. Okay, so here I gave you the attendance marker when the principals or the managements are storing all these information in their database. Database means suppose I have a folder. I gave you the school student details, right? So when the principal open their file, then he will store all this information in their folder. Okay, so suppose there is a document, so in this document he will keep all these records in the file wise. So in that file wise he can go with the student marks, student attendance, student progress, like a good activities and complaints. He will open this folder and he will explain this result to their parent. So so instead of writing the Excel and the Word, they are using this database. Okay. So in this database, they are keeping all the records in the file format. Okay. So in this case also in here, BA will BA should know about the SQL, and he will retrieve or finalize those data into the client. Okay, to the client. So here the BA will, the BA situation, like the BA will understand the business need and what are the, what data is needed, and what are the time period, what are the conditions. So here the BA will going to use the SQL. Okay. So without knowing the SQL, how the BA will finalize the result to the client? No. So for that he need to know about the SQL. So SQL is nothing but, so here we will be going to know about the SQL. So SQL is nothing but structure query language. Structure query language. So it is a language, not a database. By using this language, we can manage the data, we can retrieve the data from the database. Okay. Database means what are the collection of data stored in the database. Okay. Collection of data. So it is a language, it is not a database. So by using this language, the BA can retrieve, the BA can manage all those kind of data from the database, and he can finalize those results to the client. Okay. So so I told you he will manage those kind of data from the database. So you need to know about the database, that is collection of data. Okay. So database is nothing but a collection of data, and data means information. It can be stored in the text format or image format. Okay. So here he will retrieve those data from the database, and he will finalize these details to the client. So the SQL. The SQL is officially recognized by the ANSI in 1986. So it is the ANSI means American National Standard Institute, founded by the ANSI in 1986. So SQL is a language used to talk, to talk with the database and ask for the information that's stored inside the database. Okay. So by the help of SQL, we can read, and we can search, manage manage the data that is saved in an organization. Okay. So simply you can say it is not a database. It is a language used to access and work with the data stored in the database. Okay. So as a BA, we need to know about the SQL, because it is very important for the business decision, and for the business decision, always based on the data, right? So as a BA, we will use the SQL to check the data and verify the business requirement, and understand the data, understand what is really happening in the business. Okay. So in that case, we are going to use SQL. So by writing the language, so, Akash, whatever the doubt you are having, I will clear on the end of the session. Okay. That SQL is nothing but a SQL. Okay. So we pronounce it a SQL. SQL or SQL, you can say. Okay. So to write this kind of information, we are having a specific tool, that is SSMS. So before explain about the SSMS, just go through the management system. We are having database management system and relational database management system. The difference between database management system and relational database management system. So DBMS is nothing but a database management system, and RDBMS relational database system. In DBMS, all the data will store in the file format. Okay, file format. In this file, we can store all these in text wise, text format or image format, right? So all this file in this DBMS, all this data will be stored in the file format. I will give you the example how it is working. Data stored file format, and it is used for the single user. Suppose I will go to my file explorer. Okay, so here you can see my folder are there. Okay, so if I will click any one of this folder, I will get my files. Okay, so in this file, suppose there is a book folder. In this book folder, I have mentioned some kind of files like Hindi book, English book, and some kind of a Telugu book or other novels. Okay, so in this separate files, we are having separate informations. So for in Hindi books, I will have the Hindi informations only, Hindi books informations only. In English book, in English file, only English books are available with the English information. And for the Telugu or any novel, this kind of information will be stored. So here you can see the database will store in the file system, file format, all this file format. So here you are using only you, right? So this database management system is used in single user, and where the data relational database system. Relational database means relation means table. Okay, table. All these informations will be stored in the table format in our database. Okay, so we are having tables. Suppose we are having application Amazon. Okay. In that Amazon, it is an organization in this application we're having kind of information. So billions or millions of informations like customers details, customers order details, and customers fee details, and deliver timing details. Okay. So these details will be stored in the table format, and it is used in large group or large organization. Large user or large multiple user. Okay, so here we are having kind of relational database management system like MySQL, and also MongoDB, Oracle. So we are having this database, and in this database we need to keep all this information in the table format. So each tables, so here the each tables can relate each other. That means you can find the details. Suppose we are having a customer table, and another I have order table. So how do you find the order tables? Means how do you find this customer has received the order? right? So we are having order ID, customer table information like a customer ID, customer name, and a customer address. In this order table, order ID, order name, and order customer's order ID will be here. Okay. So in this order ID, compulsory the customer ID is should be there. By recognize of the customer ID, you can find the individual customer in that information table. So here the customer table and order table will be relate each other. Where in case of DBMS, I will show you na I gave you the example here. So here all these files are separate. They are not linking to each other. So in this book, Hindi book is keeping all the information in Hindi, and English is keeping all the information in English information, like what are the English books are there. So they are not linking each other. There are no relation. So in this DBMS, no relation in between the files. But in case of RDBMS, we are having the relation. Relation means table. Each tables will link each other and they will make the relationship in between. After that, they will find the information. So that Amazon is used for multiple user, and in that application, all these informations are stored in the table format. And in this RDBMS, all these tables are relating each other. So by using the RDBMS or by using the relations each other in the tables, we can find the information from the database. So here we are using the MySQL, MongoDB, and Oracle. So MongoDB, it is not a in this MongoDB all the data will not store in the table format, right? But it is a server like where we need to store our data in the database. And I need to tell about the for the SQL also there is some fundamental like where the BA will use the SQL. The BA will use the SQL only for the read operation. I will show you one thing. So here you can see like the BA will use the SQL only for the read operations. He won't create the database. He won't update the database. Also, he won't the delete the information in the database. Only for the retrieve and to manage the data, he will go for the read. Okay. So then I will go to the data model. I will give you the explanation on the data model. What is data model? So you know data model is nothing but it is a blueprint or design. For that it will show you like what kind of data need to be stored and how the data are organized and how the data is stored to each other. Okay. So it is a blueprint or basic structure, blueprint or design. Okay. So we are having kind of data model like a hierarchical, and I will show you the, wait a second. Okay. So here we are having a kind of data model like a hierarchical data model and network data model and entity relationship data model, relational data model. So come to this hierarchical data model. Hierarchical data model means here in this model, data will organize in a tree structure. Okay, tree structure means uh, there we are having one parent and that one parent have many child and each child also has only one parent, right? So this is the parent, this is the subchild, and each child is having their subchild. Okay, suppose I will give you the example on the company. So this is the company. In this company, they are having different department. So each department they are having different employees. So employees will be comes under the subchild, and they are having one child like a department, and that department will have the parent. This is the company. Okay, so this in this way, the hierarchical data model means all the data will store in the tree structure in this on the database. Then come to the network data model. In this network data model, data will organize like a network way or web way. So here the relation, many to many relationship will be allowed. That means if I will give you the student and college, okay, the student can take many courses. They can take many courses, and also one courses. This one courses can have many student. So here the network data model, all the data will store in the like in a network way, or the data will organize like a web network. So here the many to many relationships are allowed. And come to the entity relationship. Entity relationship means, so in this model we have to show how entity, that is a table, and the attribute, that is the properties of the table, are relating each other. Okay, so with what kind of relations? Suppose I will give you the student and college, student and department. So here the student is an entity and the department is an entity. So in between this entity, what kind of the relation? So relation means student will go for the course. So here the course is the relationship. Student and department, the relationship in between the course. So whatever the attribute or properties are having the in the student, like a student name, student ID, student mark, student details will be filled in the attribute means properties. Okay, and department. So what are the properties are having in department, like department name, department ID, and department course available and course. So this is the relation is the course. So in this course, what are the properties will be there? Like course name, course ID, and course fee. So these are the relationship between the entity and uh, both of the entity. In between the entity, there is a relation. So we have to show the properties by showing the attributes. Attribute is nothing but a properties, and the entity is nothing but tables. So here is the student table, here is the department table, and the relation. What kind of relation between of the entity? Then come to the relational data model. So I gave you the example like customers and orders. How do you find individual customers that they purchase their product? Means the delivery is completed. So here you can go with the customer ID. So here the relational data model, all this data will stored in the table format. So each tables are having keys like primary keys and foreign keys. So in between the tables, they are having the relation. Okay, like customer ID, customer name, customer mail ID. So here the orders, order ID, order date, and customer ID. So here the customer ID will play the role like a foreign key, and he will means referring to the base table or parent table or referred table. Referred table means who is referred by the other table. So here by the searching of the foreign key, you can find out the individual customers. So here the data will store in the table format. So in this table, we are having the keys like foreign key and primary key. Okay. Then I will go to the data types. What are the data types we are having? So data types like characters, varchar, int, decimal, float, date, time, and a date and time. So characters means char n means it is the data type where we need to store the characters in a fixed length. Okay. Suppose I will give you the character 10. If I will put the character 10, then my character should be Fixed means my character length should be in 10th number of characters, 10 number of characters. And varchar means variable characters. So it will take the variable and characters up to that number. Suppose I will give you the varchar 50. Okay, so up to that number, your characters are allowed. And come to this int data type. Int data means data type means integer or whole number. You need to put the information if you want to like integer. It can be comes on the order ID and order customer ID. Integer means whole number. There is no decimal or no floating point. And come to the decimal. So in this decimal, we are having precision and scale. Precision means total number of digit before and after the decimal point. You need to count the total number of digit and total number of numerical digits. And come to the scale. Scale means how many numbers should be there after the decimal point. And come to the float. So float, it is a floating point number. So here whatever the number you will mention the integer number, it will convert into quantity. So quantity is integer. If you want to put the quantity also, you can go with the decimal. Okay. So quantity, whenever we are going for the measuring any quantity, there is a point value are there, right? So we can go with the decimal integer, decimal data type. So here the float, whatever the integers you are mentioning, it will convert into the float. Means after the decimal, only one single integer will be there. And come to the date. For the date, this is the syntax like a date, and this is the data type. You can fill the information with the year, month, and the date. And for the timing, time, hours, second, and minute, and a second. And for the date time, you need to concat them. Then come to the sub language. We are having 5 sub language, that is DDL, DML, DQL, and TCL. So these DCL and TCL, we are having 5 kind of sub language. So come to this DDL. In this DDL means data definition language. All this data, if you want to, where you need to use the this sub language. So it is used for if you want to change or modify something on your database structure, then you can go with the some syntax we are having: create, alter, drop, and truncate. Okay, so create means you if you want to create a new database or table on your existing new, not existing, new table or database, then you can go with the syntax create command, and the syntax is creatable. I will show you by using the SSMS. Okay, and we are having the alter. So alter means if you want to modify something on your existing table, then you can go with the alter. And for the drop means if you want to delete the whole database on your from your server, then you can go with the drop syntax. And truncate means it will remove all the records, but the data structure will be there. Okay, and the rename, it will rename on your it will rename on your existing table or object. And come to the DML. DML means data manipulation language. So it is used to manipulate the data in existing table. So whatever the manipulate data means, if you want to insert and update and delete, then you can go with the command, insert command, update, and delete. And so in insert, you need to add more details, or if you want to add more kind of information on your existing table, then you can insert the data in the table by using the insert command. So this is the syntax. And come to the DQL. So DQL is the data query language. So data query language means if you want to uh, see, if you want to retrieve this data from the database, then you can go with the select command, and you can go with the syntax. And as of now, the DCL and TCL is not used. DCL and TCL is not used by the BA because these are the useful for the developers. They will give the permission to the user by using the grant, and they will remove the permission by using the revoke. And for the TCL means committee, if they want to save all the changes, then they can go with the committee. So as a BA, no need to use these two kind of language. Then I will go to the SSMS. So I will go to the SSMS. SSMS is nothing but SQL Server Management Studio. So this is a tool. It is a tool. In this tool, we can retrieve the data, we can update the data, we can create, we can delete all this kind of operation we can do with this tool. So I will go to this SSMS server, SSMS tool. So there I will create the tables, I will create the, I will insert the data. So this is my SSMS tool. So here you need to first connect this tool with the window authentication. So this is my SSMS tool. Here you can see all these connects are available like database security, server object, and SQL Server agent. To create the database, you need to go with the create database folder. Just right click on that and write your database name. Okay. So here I will go for the new database and I will create the database name. Suppose my database name is book management or library management. This is my database. So my database is created. Here you can see, wait a second. Here is my database. Okay. So in this database, I need to create the tables. In the table, I need to mention some information. Okay. So here, just right click on that and click on new query. So my query window is open. So this is my query window. Here I need to write the query and I have, wait a second. So there is a result panel or result window are there. While I will write the query, it will be show here. So let's start to creating the tables. Okay. So in this table, I will create. So in this database, I will create the table. Okay. So we are having the languages, sub languages, right? So here you can see the create. If you want to create a new table or database, then you can go with the syntax. This syntax. Okay. And paste it here. But let me minimize this one. And comment this one for the understanding purpose. I'm using this one. So comment this any kind of lines. You can use the slash and the asterisk. Okay. To create this table, just write this syntax. Create table. You need to write table. And what is the table name? Suppose my table name is book information. Okay, or library information. Library info. Create table. My table name is library info and mention the column or field with the data type. So whatever the field I need to mention, like library name, sorry, library ID, integer. My data type is integer. And another one is library name. So here the varchar, I will mention the varchar up to 50. 50 number of length, the character will uh, allow to the 50 number of character. Okay. And another field I will mention library location or library book price, library ID, library name, library book price. Okay. So here I will mention library book, only mention the library book and library price. Okay. So here I will mention the decimal data type. So here it will take the precision and scale. So precision, suppose I will give the 8 and scale is 2. Means precision means all these integers will be take before and after the decimal. And 2 means only two characters, two numbers will be show after the decimal point. Yeah, you can open the same application, Sudeep, and you can use the MySQL also server. And for the user friendly, for the beginner, this is the most useful. And if you want to retrieve, manage all kind of data for the beginner, it is very important that SSMS, this application. Okay, so this is the table that I have created. Now I will go for the execute. Here is the execute button. So I have mentioned three tables, sorry, three columns or three field like library ID, library name, and library book price. Price. Then go for the execute. See, my command completed successfully. So in this table, in this field, I need to keep the records. I need to keep the information on that tables or field. So for that, we are having another command and syntax, that is insert. Insert means if you want to add new data to your table. Okay, so for that we are having the syntax and paste it here and make it in comment. For the understanding purpose, we are using the syntax. And here we need to write the actual. I have to insert the information in the table by writing insert into. Then what is my table name? My table name is library info. So here I will give the library info. Then go with the. So here the column. What are the columns I have mentioned? Library ID, library name, and a library book price. So just copy and mention here. And you need to mention the field here first. Then go with the values. What are the values you have mentioned with the data type? Then write the value. Here is the my syntax is value, right? So here you need to write value. My value is, it will take value 1, value 2 means with the data type. Data type is int. So for my library ID, my ID should be in integer format like suppose 101 or 1 or 10. And library name. For the name, I have chosen Bharkar. Bharkar means variable character data type. It will take the characters up to 50 numbers of length, 50 number of characters. Okay, up to the 50 number of characters. So that I will mention the Bharkar. So Bharkar will take the string format. So for that I will use the quotation. So my library name is, suppose we are having Indira Gandhi library. Okay. And in that library, what are the books with the prices? So I have to mention the maximum price of the book and minimum price of the book. So for that I will mention the price. Here you have the precision is 8, means up to that 8 number of integer format or decimal format, means integer, not integer, up to 8 number of numerical letter it will take before and after the decimal point. And 2 means only 2 point will be available after the decimal point. So suppose I will keep the maximum book price is 500.50. Okay, so here you need to count the numbers, how many digit, like 3 and 6. So I have mentioned 8. So up to 8 number of integer it will take. And precision means after the decimal only 2 number will be there. Then I have successfully inserted the data in my tables. Then go for the execute. Select this line and go to execute. One row affected. To see the table, you need to go for the select. Okay. Select command, we are having select. To retrieve these kind of details from the database or from the table, or to see the table, go for the select command. Select star from the table name. What is the table name? Library info. Then select this line and go to execute. Here you can see I have successfully created my table and also successfully insert the information in the table field. Library ID is 10, library name and library book price. Okay. Then I will go for the another syntax where I mean command. If you want to update, if you want to delete. Okay. So let me insert more kind of details on this table. So for that you can go with the insert into same things. Just copy this line and paste it here and change something. Insert into the value will be there, right? So remove this one. Sorry, change this one 11 and another one is suppose any kind of library name and the book price. So I'm using the dummy tables. Okay, so you can go with the original, what are the original tables, what are the original informations are keeping. So for the understanding purpose I am using this kind of, and suppose these things and execute, not execute, add more information, just copy. If you want to add more details, then you can go with the insert and change this to 12, like Sahiti live, Sahiti library, and maximum books are available, this kind of. And again create 12, sorry, 13, Subhas, and whenever you are writing this precision and scale, confirm the total number of characters should be up to 8 number of. Okay, so don't give maximum number. So here is my 3 and 6. Then go with the execution and insert to the table. Executed, 3 rows affected. Then I will go for the select star from library information to get this data. So here I have added this kind of details in my table. Okay. Then I will go for the update. If you want to, there is a update command, right? If you want to update something or modify something on your existing data, then you can with the update table name. Okay. So for that, just use this syntax and go with the, oh, sorry. So this is my syntax. write the syntax like update. So here I need to update this letter, this clumsy letter in a valid letter, so that I will update on that. Update table name. Table name is library info. Set. What is the column name? Column name is uh, library name. I want to update on that column. Equal to what I will give the name. Suppose I will update this name to Sikhi the library, sixth library, and put in a quotation mark because we are taking varchar. Then where the condition, right? Where command? Where the condition means ID equal to 6870.50. Okay. Where the ID equal to 11, it will go to the library ID with 11 equal to 11. So here my information will go to the library ID. He will search the ID number. At that ID number, he will update the library information table on that table, and he will set the library name, these kind of things to this name. Okay, so for that, select this line and go for the execute. One row affected, and go for the select from, wait a second, select from library information. So here my library name is updated, right? So I have done with this update command. Then I will go again for the delete. To delete record from your table. If you want to delete any kind of information from your table based on specific condition, then you can delete. Okay. So for that I will before that I will go to the drop and truncate. I will go for the drop. So drop means if you want to delete whole the database. Okay. So don't use the drop. It will delete whole your database. And come to the truncate. I will use this one. For the truncate, if you want to remove all these records on your table, then you can go with the truncate. Okay, so truncate table name. My table name is library info. Then select this one, execute this one, and to get this table, go with the select from library information. See, all my records are removed. Only structure is there. Means database only there, but the informations are not there. Okay. To create again, you need to insert the table, and you need to create the table. Sorry. You need to create the table. Oh, sorry. Okay. So for that, you need to first drop. My table is not there, right? Library info in the database. There is already an database, right? So I have an already database. I need to go for the insert. Insert this one. Then also insert this one. Then go with the select from library information. Okay. So this is all about the truncate. Then I will go again for the rename. If you want to rename on your existing table, then you can go with the this syntax. So I will whatever the doubts I will clear on the later after completion of the session. So wait for the end. So rename. If you want to rename on your existing table, then you can go with the rename. This is the command exec and sp rename table name. What is the table name? Library info. So this is my library info. Sorry. This is my old table name, new table name. If I want to rename my table name, then I can go with the what is my old table name and what I want to keep the new table name. So for that, I will write my old table name is library information. So for that, use the quotation. Sorry, no need of quotation. And what is my new table name? My new table name is, suppose I will give book library book information. Okay, book info. So there is no need of SQL Server and execute it. Okay, so here maybe okay, changing any part of any object name, cloud break script and the storage the procedure. So let's execute this one. It is coming or not? If it is not coming, then it is correct. So it is not coming. If I will select this library book information table because I already renamed this table name, right? Then it will come all this information. Okay. So here I have renamed my table name. Then I will go to update. So update I have explained and delete also. If you want to delete the specific column or specific record from your table, then you can go with the conditions. Then go with the delete from table name. What is a table name now? This is library book information because we have updated, we have renamed this table name. Table name where the condition. So I need to remove this record library book price where the condition means where the library ID equals to 10. Oh, sorry, if I want to delete the records from specific row, I can delete. Okay, so for that, I want to delete this 13. So where the library ID, wait, library ID equals to 13 and execute it. One row affected, then select this one. Select to get the table. Select execute this table and go to here. So here you can find the record 13 number of record is deleted. Then see what are other things, these things. If you want to retrieve a specific column or row, then you can go with the select command where it will take the condition. Okay, so select column 2 and this is the syntax. Suppose I want only the library name. Okay, so for that select column name like library name. I want only library name. Select this column and paste it here and remove this one because I want only library column. From table name, what is my table name? Library book information. Where the condition is suppose I will give uh, suppose I want that library where the my library book price is 6870.50. Okay, so here book price life book price equals to 600 6870.50. Then select this query and execute it. So here my library name is cam. Okay. So Akash, don't scratch any things on your screen. So this all we have done with this insert, update, delete. And for the drop, one thing is drop. If you want to, so before drop, I will give the example on alter. Alter means if you want to add something on your existing table, add or remove or modify something, then you can go with the add table. Sorry, alter command. Then select alter table, table name. What is my table name? Book, library, information. And add the column name. Column name is, suppose I will add another column, library location. Library location. And the data type is Bharkar. I will keep the data type is Bharkar up to 100. Okay. So for that, I need to insert the data also. So suppose first you need to uh, add this column in your existing table and execute it, and the command successfully completed. So again go for the this one. I will select this one and execute it. Okay, so my library location, another column is created. If you want to add the details on this column, then you can go with the insert into the table name and the column name and the value. Okay, so then drop means it will delete the whole database on your it will delete the table or database on your server. So for that, go to the drop table and table name. Okay, so here my table name is, as of now, book, library, information. And drop this, select this line and execute it. Command successfully completed successfully. If you want to go again to retrieve all this data from this table, it won't come. Okay, because my table is deleted, means permanent deleted. So in that case, we are using the drop command. Okay, so this is all about the book information by using the command create, update, delete, and select. Then I will go to the foreign key and primary key, how they are relating each other. Okay, so for that I will create another information. I will create another table. So create, my table is create table. Suppose my table name is author information. Okay, author info. In this table, I want to add the column with the data type. Auth. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so here my table name is, column name is auth ID, author ID. So it will take the integer. It will take the data type integer with a primary key. Primary key means it is the unique with a not null. Not null means you have to keep the information mandatory, and unique means there is a no duplicate on that detail. Primary key and another one. Another table is author name. Auth name with varchar. I will take the characters up to 50. And another one is author location. Author location, and I will take the data type is Bharkar, and I will take 100 characters. Okay, so now I have created this table. Okay, then execute it. So command completed successfully. Then I want to keep the information in the field, author ID, author name, and author location. So for that, you need to, for the insert the information in table, you need to go with the insert command, insert into insert into table name. What is the table name? Author info. This is my table name. And here you need to write the column. What are the columns? Author ID, and author name, and author location. Okay. Then I will keep the values on that. I will keep all these records in the table. Values. Here I have mentioned int primary key. Int means it will take the integer numbers, whole numbers. Suppose my author ID is 1. Okay. And who is the author? Uh, Write your author name like Arundhati. Arundhati. And the location, where she is from. Why I am keeping the quotation? Because my Bharkar is there. Bharkar will always take the string. Okay. And up to that number, the string will be allowed. And for the not only string, you can use the numerical also, but you need to mention the quotation. Okay. While you are using the Bharkar, the information should be in the quotation format. And location, where is the location? Hyderabad. I need to insert more information. So for that, create this one. This is 2. Suppose here I will keep the name uh, Amit. Amit is the author, and the location is Bangalore. And another one, ID is 3, and Rupali, Delhi. And another thing I will mention. So for that it will look clumsy. Just size it. And another one is look ID 4, Kiran. She is from Maharashtra. Okay. So I want to insert this kind of details on this table. Then select this one and go with the execute. 4 rows affected. To see the table, you need to go with the select command. Select star from, oh sorry, select star from. What is your table name? My table name is auth info. Then select this line and go with the execute. Okay, so I have successfully added the information in the table with the primary key. If I will add the same ID, it won't take. Okay, so let's try insert into. Okay, just copy these things and paste it here. Insert into author table name, author information. And here I need to mention same ID. Okay, suppose I will give the 1 or 2 and these things. It won't insert because I have mentioned the primary key. So let's execute it. See, okay. See, violation of primary key constraint. Okay, so whenever you are mentioning the primary key, it will take the only ID, only unique ID. No duplicate ID is there. Okay, so for that you can't use the duplicate ID. Just sorry, comment this line. So here successfully added the information in the table. Now I will create the another table that will contain the foreign key. Foreign key means whatever the ID is there in the another table, in between this number, in between this ID, some of the ID will be there in the another table. Means that another table will be taking the refer from this base table. This is the parent table. So here I will create another table there, like create table name, like book information, book info. And here I will create the column name. What are the columns should be there? Like book ID, int primary key, and book name with varchar 50, and another one is author ID. So here I need to keep the foreign key. Okay, author ID. So author ID is int. To get the information from the how to get to know the unique uh, detail. So for that I will mention the author ID here. Okay, author ID int, then foreign key. So let's size. Okay, it is not looking good. Then here I will write foreign, sorry, foreign key. So here my foreign key will act as a author ID, which it will take the references from, sorry, not from the other table, like author information table, right? So in that table it will take the reference author info with a author ID, this ID. Okay, where is equals to book information table to author ID. I will tell you how it is working. Okay, so here we have created another table. Oh, sorry, not like that. Uh, it will not take this kind of condition. It will take only the author ID. Okay, it will take from the reference from the author information table. Okay, so for that we need to select this one. So here I have created another book information table. In the table I will I will maintain the field book ID, book name, author ID. So here I have mentioned the another column, which is it will take from the reference to the from the base table, that is author information table. Okay, so that I will use the foreign key. So here the author ID will play the role here as a foreign key, while it will take the reference from the author information table with a author ID field. Okay, so for that, just select this column and execute it. Okay, so here you can see incorrect syntax. Okay, okay, here I have missed another bracket. Okay, then I can select this one. Select this one and go with the execution. The command completed successfully. To insert the information in this table, go with the insert command. Insert into, what is your table name? Book information table name. This is my table name. And here I need to mention the columns and their data means informations. So mention the column. What are the columns? Book ID, then book name, then author ID. And the values. Values will be, what are the book informations ID? Sorry, book ID. Suppose 101, and my book name is suppose Java, and author ID. So here will uh, author ID will take the reference from the base ID. Means what are the IDs are available, it will be stored. It will stored keep in the book information table. Okay. So whatever the, suppose we are having the author ID here, to bring this information, to found this information, how to find the individual author name with the ID. So for that we need to use the foreign key as a author ID. Okay, so it will key, my foreign key is author ID, while it will take the reference from this table, author information table. So that I will keep the I will write the IDs that are already available in my parent table. So for that I will use suppose 4. Okay, and again I will mention the another record, 102 HTML book. And suppose I again I will keep the ID number of 4, because one author can write many kind of book, right? So here I will mention the same ID, well it will take the reference from the base table. And another one is 103, my author book ID, and the book name is JavaScript, or Business Analyst book. And here I will keep the record 3, which is already mentioned, already available in my first table, that is base table, author information table. And another one I will take 104. Suppose we are having a Scrum book. In that book, it will take the refer from order author IDs 2. And another I will keep 105. And suppose I will give the information, book information, waterfall. Waterfall concept are there in this book, and the author IDs, book IDs 1. Okay, So I have completed to mention the record in the table. Then go for the select option. Sorry, select this insert table and go with the execute. Okay, 5 rows are affected. To see the table, go with the select star from table name, right? So here I will create, what is, my table name is book information. Then select this line and go to the execution. So here I have created, right? So 101 Java author ID is 4. 102 HTML author ID is also 4. Okay. So here, who are the author is having the ID number 4, they are creating the different book. And what are the other book? Book ID BA author ID is 3. Okay. So here, what are the ID is there? It will take the reference from the base table or referring table. Sorry, referred table. Referred table means who has referred by other table. Referring means which table is referring to which table. So this is all about the primary key and foreign key. So primary key, it is play the key role like author ID. This is the primary key. Also here in this book information, book ID is playing the role as a primary key. 101, 102. There is a no duplicate ID is allowed. And foreign key means what are the IDs available in the first table or base table. It will in the second table. It will take the refer from the base table or author information table. Then I will go for the join. Okay. So how you need to operation the join. So I want to combine this kind of both table. Okay, I want to combine this both table into a single table. So for that, I will perform the join operation. Okay, so for that, you need to write the query like select star from star. So my first table is author info, right? Auth info. Wait a second. First C. My first table is author info. Just copy these things. Then join. Write the join keyword. And my second table is book info, right? This is my book info on author ID. Sorry. It will take the author ID from author table, author information table dot author ID, where it is equals to my second table is book information, book information table dot author ID. Okay. First table, it will take the first in first table it will take the author ID, where it is equals to book information table into not into, it will take the author ID from the book information table. So what are the matches ID? Means what are the same IDs is missing, not missing, matching the field. Means my author ID is equals to the author ID in book information table. My author ID, it will take the author ID in author information table, and it will similar to the author ID where it is come from book information table. Then select this one. Then execute it. Oh, sorry, author information. Here the spelling mistake is there. Wait a second. Oh, sorry, I have missing to write the word from. Okay, then select this one, execute it. Okay, another error is arise, that is multiple part in identifier book information dot author ID could not be found. Okay, author info dot auth ID, and it will take the reference books info. Okay, okay, books info. Thank you so much, Guru Raj. Okay, and then execute it. Okay, so all these records are found. Okay, so you can operate this join operation. You can you can do this while you want to join, or you want to combine both table in a single table. Then you can go with the join operation. Okay, join performance. Sorry, join operation. Okay, so this is all about the foreign key and primary key and join operation, how you need to go with the join operation. We are having the many kind of join, but just learn the basic thing how to concatenate them by using the foreign key and primary key. Okay,